for all black and brown people. So I'm thrilled that justice was served. You said you now realize your privilege, that the death of George Floyd helped you realize that. What are you going to do with that realization? Where do you take that? I want to find out. I don't know. I actually Googled it today. What did you Google? What can a white person do to help all Black Lives Matter? What made you do that? What was in your heart that made you do that? Just an open and awareness to see that, institutionally and systematically, I've got benefits that other people don't have. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming over. I really appreciate your time. And I think, that really captures the variety of opinions. I'll tell you on this side, you have people starting to go forward. You see a big media presence, and I think that's something that we have to underscore, the fact that so many people have come here, not just American reporters, people from really all over. You see people, and I'm being separated a little bit, but you hear them, celebrations, guilty, 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 you're all right, you're all right. You're seeing now people have taken the streets. It's a celebration, and I told you, it went very quickly from anxiety. It went very quickly from anxiety, from nervous tension to excitement. People had their phones out. People said that they were celebrating what they wanted. They got what they wanted, and that was a guilty verdict of what the jury considered the murder of George Floyd. Shaquille Brister, I am so happy, given the alternative, that what you have to cover is a beautiful spring day in the Twin Cities this afternoon, as an exuberant crowd, but certainly a growing and peaceful crowd. Nicole, back over to you.
Yeah, Joy, I want to pick back up with you, and I want to apologize for cutting you off before. We had the rev in a very small window there with George Floyd's brother, Rodney. The Shaq Brewster is one of the all-stars of our network, and the profound nature of what he just sort of reported can't be, we can't race past it. The woman saying, I can breathe, and then a white, resident admitting that, I don't know how I can help, but I Googled it. Just talk about the strength of the diversity of this movement in this moment.
It's so important, Nicole, because I just, as I was listening to Shaq, who's been brilliant, 100% agree with that. And just thinking off the top of my head, how many of these cases I could think of: Amadou Diallo, Patrick Dorsman, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, Breonna Taylor, Michael Brown, Adam Toledo, Dante Wright, who was also mentioned by one of the young women there. You can go all the way through these cases. I covered the Walter Scott case. It seemed like that was an obvious guilty. The jury hung. And you think about the exhaustion that Black folks feel watching people die in some cases on camera, or hearing these stories of people who were killed for nothing, for pittances, or little kids like Adam Toledo. And you do feel like you can't breathe. You feel like you can't get it together, even, on a journalistic sense. The trauma for me is horrible, but I can only imagine what it is for the families. I can't really imagine. I can't get into their shoes of just how painful it is to lose a loved one for nothing. And I think that what we've seen, the difference between when I started covering Black Lives Matter with Trayvon Martin, which became completely political. As soon as President Obama said, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon Martin. And this was like faking being a cop, not even a real cop. When he got off, my kids asked me, why do people just kill us? The question of do our lives matter was something I had to do at home. But the difference between Black Lives Matter then and Black Lives Matter now is there are white people in Black Lives Matter, right? Heather Heyer was in Black Lives Matter and was killed for being a part of Black Lives Matter, a young white woman in Charleston, in Charlottesville, Virginia. And so we're starting to see the